Have you ever wondered why Venus de Milo, a Greek statue, carries a Roman name? It's a common misconception that the statue represents the Roman goddess of love, Venus. But in fact, it's more likely to depict the Greek equivalent, Aphrodite, who is often portrayed in a similar fashion. Yet, the Roman-inspired name Venus de Milo has stuck, thanks to its catchy, melodious rhythm. So, the name Venus de Milo, intriguing as it may be, is a bit of a historical mix-up. Imagine stumbling upon a masterpiece while simply going about your day. That's exactly what happened to a farmer named Yorgos Kantrotas in the early 19th century. On an ordinary day in April 1820, Kantrotas was plucking stones from a wall for use on his farm. His routine took an extraordinary turn when he discovered fragments of a statue within the ruins of an ancient city on the island of Milos, a place steeped in history and myth. This statue was not intact but found in pieces, a silent testament to the passage of time. Kantrotas, an unassuming farmer, had no idea that he had unearthed a masterpiece that would captivate the world. The statue, broken and buried, was about to embark on a new journey, one that would take it from the obscurity of an ancient ruin to the spotlights of the world's most famous museum. And so, a simple farmer unknowingly uncovered one of the world's most iconic works of art. Did you know Venus de Milo was almost lost to us again, right after its discovery? Picture this. A farmer named Kantrotas stumbles upon a statue, but sees it as nothing more than a peculiarly shaped rock. He decides to rebury it. Enter Olivier Voutier, a French naval officer with a keen interest in archaeology. Seeing the farmer's curious find, he persuades him with a small bribe to dig up the statue instead. Through a fortunate turn of events, Venus de Milo was saved from obscurity. Behind every great work of art, there's an equally fascinating artist. And so we turn our attention to one Alexandros of Antioch. A sculptor of the Hellenistic period, Alexandros was credited with the creation of this enigmatic masterpiece between 130 and 100 BCE. The inscription that identified him as the creator, once etched on the base of the statue, has been lost to the sands of time. But the sculpture's creator is not the only source of controversy. Debate rages on about the statue's subject. While most believe it to be Aphrodite, the Greek goddess of love and beauty, there are dissenting voices. Some argue that the statue could depict Amphitrite, the sea goddess worshipped on the island of Milos. Others propose it could be Victory, or even a sex worker. The missing arms of the statue, now lost to history, could have provided invaluable context. Depending on what she held, the statue's identity could swing from one goddess to another. A spear might have suggested Victory, a spool of thread could point to a domestic goddess, and an apple might have confirmed her as Aphrodite, recalling the infamous judgment of Paris that sparked the Trojan War. The absence of her arms adds an air of mystery, leaving us with more questions than answers. And thus the Venus de Milo continues to captivate and confound us, an eternal symbol of beauty shrouded in enigma. How did Venus de Milo end up in one of the world's most famous museums? It's a tale that begins with the unearthing of this iconic sculpture on the island of Milos. After being discovered by a farmer and subsequently saved from reburial by an astute French naval officer, the Venus de Milo kicked off a fascinating chain of events. Acquired by the Marquis de Rivière, a French nobleman, the statue was soon presented as a gift to Louis XIII, the King of France at the time. Overwhelmed by the beauty and mystery of the statue, Louis XVIII couldn't keep such a treasure to himself. In a gesture of magnanimity, he donated the Venus de Milo to the Louvre, the National Museum of France. Today, she stands in the Louvre, her enigmatic grace and beauty captivating millions of visitors every year. And so, Venus de Milo found a permanent home, captivating millions with her timeless beauty and intriguing mystery. The question remains, what happened to Venus de Milo's arms? Theories abound, from the arms being broken off during a scuffle between French and Turkish troops, to being discarded for their rougher appearance, while the statue was being reassembled. Yet no definitive answers exist, and the arms remain as elusive as ever. Just like the statue herself, the mystery of her missing arms continues to enchant us, making Venus de Milo a symbol of eternal beauty and enduring enigma.